Billing for an office visit, otherwise known as evaluation and management coding. Many people complain about receiving a medical bill for more time than was spent talking to the doctor. But did you know time spent face-to-face with the doctor is not actually how office visits are coded? This video explains how your physicians determined what code to bill your insurance. Office visits are scored into 3 categories: history, exam, and medical decision-making. History. The physician will interview the patient to determine all chief complaints that need to be addressed. Exam. These are the bodily systems your physician checked. Medical decision-making. This is determining the number and complexity of the problems being addressed, reviewing and analyzing all data based on those problems, and determining the risks of the conditions related to those problems. These 3 categories are then scored into the following ranks: straightforward, low, moderate, and high. History scoring. A straightforward history may address one minor problem. A low history may address 2 or more minor problems, or one chronic problem, or one acute illness or injury. A moderate history may address one chronic problem with progression or side effects, 2 or more chronic problems, one new diagnosed problem, one acute illness with systemic symptoms, or one acute complicated injury. A high history may address a chronic illness with severe progression and side effects or injury that poses threat to life or bodily function. Exam scoring. Exams are scored based on how many bodily systems are reviewed. For example, general vitals, eyes, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, musculoskeletal system, gastrointestinal system, nervous system, etc. A straightforward exam requires no systems to be checked. A low exam requires 1 system to be checked. A moderate exam requires 2 to 9 systems to be checked. And a high exam requires more than 9 systems to be checked. Medical decision-making. This is when your physician reviews medical records from other physicians, review results from unique tests or ordering tests, sending out prescriptions and monitoring your medications, sending out referrals, coordinating with other physicians or hospitals, and more. Scoring this category is more complex, but here are some examples, as a patient, of where your visit may have fallen. Straightforward may have required the doctor to give a superficial bandage. Low could have required the doctor to refer you to a specialist. Moderate could have required the doctor to do prescription drug management. And high could have resulted in deciding upon a major surgery. The resulting code to be billed is based on where these categories land within each ranking. If 2 categories are ranked the same, the corresponding code to that rank is selected. But if the categories fall in different ranks, the resulting code that lands in the middle is selected. The only time a code is selected based on face-to-face time with the patient is if more than half the visit was spent counseling and coordinating care with the patient. So, if a patient has a lot of questions that requires a lot of time from the physician, the visit can be scored based on that factor. Now let's say you get a bill, and that bill lists a code with time next to it. You should know that the American Medical Association lists the descriptions as the following: straightforward, or up to 19 minutes, low, or up to 29 minutes, moderate, or up to 39 minutes, high, or up to 54 minutes. Your bill may list the time, but chances are time was not a factor in selecting that code. It is listed due to the AMA's description attached to the code. So the next time you are upset over a bill that shows a 40-minute visit, knowing you were not in the physician's office for that amount of time, consider how much work your doctor is spending coordinating your care behind the scenes. Like and subscribe if this information was helpful to you.
Yes, I'll call you back. I'm looking at your X-ray now. Keep taking those meds. Okay, talk soon.
Thank you for watching.